Do you ever wonder why you're single? Like, duh, that's a big question. You're listening to a video from a matchmaker. So, of course, it's probably a question you ask yourself a lot. I am Jacqueline, professional matchmaker, and I have been building my Discover Love Matches agency since pretty much 2010. Changed the name a couple times, but I've been doing this for a long time. And one of the things that I am noticing that is never going to ever change, people will have more success at dating if they actually ask people on a date, like a real date. You would be amazed how many people I talk to on the phone that say, I don't get asked on real dates. I get, hey, maybe we'll catch up on Friday, or maybe when I'm in town, we could get together, or maybe we should take a walk sometime. Or, I was thinking that there was this restaurant you might like. One of these days we should do that. Or I want to make you dinner one of these days. Okay, someday is not a day. One of these days is not a day. But I can assure you, your relationship status will improve significantly if you actually ask someone on a date, plan a little in advance. Like, instead of saying, hey, you want to meet up in 15 minutes, you say, hey, it's a Tuesday. Hey, you want to go out on Saturday? Are you free in the afternoon, the evening, or would Sunday work better? Like, give them a few choices so that they can kind of adjust accordingly, but also ask with a question mark. Most people think they're asking, but they're saying a statement that ends with a period, and you're left kind of confused. Do they actually want to go out, or are they just kind of casting the line and seeing if I'll bite on it? Well, we kind of want to know, do you actually want to go out? Like, for real, do you want to go on a date? It's not a really big question, but it's an important question. So I'm curious, when's the last time you asked somebody on an actual date with a question mark for when can they go out? I also want to know, how many times are you receiving the statement date request? Hey, I would like to get together sometime. Would you be willing to connect up someday? This is why we're getting frustrated, because we don't really know if the person is actually interested or if they're just kind of curious if we're interested. We need to be more direct. Everybody wants to know somebody is actually interested in them and actually meeting them. That is what is so important, like so important, because we want that feeling that someone says to us, you matter enough for me to put effort into this and ask you on a real date. This isn't about spending a bunch of money, but it is planning. It is finding a concert in the park, going out for a cup of coffee or tea, going out for ice cream, but really thinking it through, thinking of a couple places to go, picking a day where the weather's going to be nice, finding a great hiking trail, getting a feel of to what the person wants to do, but thinking about it instead of saying, well, you want to get together? Well, what do you want to do when we get together? Taking initiative is really attractive. So I want to challenge you to ask 3 people on a date, at least one to get started, but ask people out with a question mark. Look at how you are phrasing your date invite slash statement that doesn't really get you where you want to go. I really, really, truly want to see you enjoy more dates, but you can't really go on a date unless you ask somebody on a date or accept a date invitation. But I really have to say, a lot of people think they're asking people on dates, but they're making date statements. So the other person's kind of confused. So a clear, concise sentence will get you a whole lot further. So, ready to ask somebody on a real date? It'll pay off. You might get a yes if you ask 3. If you just have one specific person and you put a genuine effort into it, you also will get an answer to know if you should keep pursuing them or it's time to move on and let it go. I believe in you, and we're going to keep this conversation going. And I want you to know, when you say yes, you open yourself to possibilities to discover somebody amazing.